Hi there, this is Shrikant Asare. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about how to get rid of extra character y, which is being obtained while copying contents from one file to another file in C or C++. Okay, so I've just put the question in a PowerPoint slide here to have a better understanding here. Okay, so here our intention is to if when we are executing the program, we will see in a few seconds now. We get this extra character while copying the contents from one file to another, especially when you are doing the programs using Borland or Turbo C++. Okay, so in my case, I also use what we call Visual Studio C++ Express Edition, but in that case, I didn't observe the occurrence of this extra character here. Okay, so when I'm coding using this Borland C++ IDE, we go to Help and About section. This is the old version of C++, Borland C++, which is out around 97 or something like that. Okay, so before that, I have a small piece of code here which just creates a file known as example.txt in the bin folder. Okay, I'll show you where it gets created. And here what we are doing is we are just creating a file such that we write another program to copy the contents of this file into another file. Okay, and then how to get rid of that extra character which is being obtained here. Okay, okay, so if you execute this program, I'm just running the program here. So what happens is nothing happens in the output screen here in the stand output. So if you go back to your bin directory, here I opened the bin directory of this, which is located in the local disk C drive, BC5 folder, and in that bin we get this example.txt file gets created here. Okay, so this is a file which has got created with the help of our program here, which we have just executed here. So whatever the text we have written here just gets placed in the notepad file or text file which we have just created here. Nothing happens, which is nothing excited happens here. Okay, so we have just, okay, so next what we are going to do is we are going to open create a new program. Okay, let's copy the same content, let us copy the content and create a new program for this purpose. Okay, let us paste the content here and get rid of all this content and get rid of all the content here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that file, whatever the file we have just created using the previous program here, and then we are going to copy the content, create a duplicate of that file and copy the content. Okay, so that is our intention here. Okay, so in that process we will observe this character will be obtained here. Okay, so we will look into that and how to get rid of that character. We will try to find out the solution here. Okay, so for this purpose, first let me open the file ifstream. Let me create an object here. Let me say that in. Okay, so let me create an object for ifstream, and let me what we call make some room here. First of all, let me open that file in read mode. In.open of example.txt. Okay, so let us put that in quotations here, example.txt. So okay, so you have just opened that file in read mode, and what I'm doing is I'm creating another file here, ofstream out. Okay, so let me take this out object, out.open of let me say that example2.txt. okay, so I've taken another file, misspelled here, open instead of open here. Okay, so we have just created another file, example2.txt, with the help of out here. Okay, so the first file which we have opened here, which is known as using the in object of ifstream, and the second file which we have opened, which is example2.txt, using the out object of type ofstream, because the first case we are intended to read from this file, and the second case we are intended to write contents into this file. Okay, so with the help of a while loop, okay, so with the help of while loop, what I'm going to do is while in, okay, which means that while there are contents in the file what we are going to do is in.get. okay, so what I'm doing is in.get of ch. okay, in.get of ch will get the character wise of the content. Let me take a variable here, char ch. okay, so in.get of ch and out.put of ch. okay, So let me parallelly put the content parallelly put the content in the stand output screen also. Okay, so here let me close both the files here, in.close and out.close, in.close and out.close. Okay, so now if you execute the program, if everything goes well, so we have just got the content copied here. Let me put the scene.get here to make the output window stand still until we give any input here. Okay, so here so let me run the code here. What happens is we have just got the text here which is placed which has been copied. If you go back to your bin directory and if you go to this example2, now if you observe here we got this extra character here. Okay, so that is the problem here, which has been placed unwantedly, unnecessarily. This extra character has been placed. Okay, if you open the original file which is example.txt, there we don't have this extra content. There we don't have that extra y kind of character here. Okay, so this is occurred because we are getting this character because the address returns at the end of the file. Okay, so when you are coming to the end of the file, when you reach the end of the file, there an extra character has been inserted by this. Okay, so when you're reading from file, there is an extra character, an address which has been which does not return a true. Okay, it returns a false. Okay, so ending which returns a false, and for this purpose we get a negative character which is -1. Okay, so if you trace that -1 and if you break the loop when this -1 is returned, which says the end of the file, and this extra character which does not get placed here. Okay, so for this purpose we need to just make a small change here in our code, which is that in such a way that let me come out of the run mode here. Okay, so a small change we need to make here is that if we say something like this, if ch is equal to -1, let us say break. Okay, so we need to break out of this loop and whatever. Okay, we need to break out of this loop. If ch is equal to -1, let us say break, or else it is keeps on putting the content from taking from this input source file and puts the content into that destination file. Okay, so now if you observe here, let me say another file. Okay, so to state the difference, I'm taking another file here, example once again example3.txt. I'm saying here example3.txt. let me save the source file also. Let me say that copy files 2 or something like this. I'm just saying the code here. So example3.txt. so if you observe here, our source is example.txt. so if you go back to your notepad file, this is the source, and previously we have created another source which is example2.txt. now our intention is to have just made this change in our code. Now let us run the code here and see what happens here. Successfully gets executed, and if you go back to your bin directory, so hope you got created this example3.txt file also, and if you open that file, which is this destination file, it has nothing like an extra character which we have got in the previous one here. Okay, so all this happened because we have made a small change in our code, which we are tracking out of this -1. Okay, so which is a false kind of value which is returned when the file is end of the file. So in that case, so if you trace that one and if you got that -1, which signals that you are in the, so you have reached the end of the file and no need to place any awkward character in the file, which is equivalent to some -1 hex address or something like that. So you need to just break out of the loop. Okay, so in that way you can get rid of that extra character while you are copying the contents from one file to another file in C or C++ using this older IDEs like Borland or Turbo C++. Okay, so hope this tutorial helped you. So put your feedback in the form of comments, and see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.